Hello everyone, welcome back to Creative Grammar Classes. Hope you all are doing well. So, in this video, we are going to talk about something very interesting. It is one of the questions asked by my students, and I think it's really important to know if you want to learn English, if you really want to have fluency on your English. So, the topic is how to stop translation. How can we stop translating by following a few simple steps every day? So, before I start, I would like to tell you that if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe and do watch our other videos if you want to learn some grammar contents. And please share it with your friends who are interested in learning grammar and enhancing their English. So let's begin, everybody. Before I begin telling you stop translation for English, I would like to tell you one thing that for learning something, we need dedication. If you want to learn English, you need dedication. Without dedication, without willpower, you can't achieve anything. The points which I'm going to share, those points are found after searching and reading a lot. And also, one of my experience I have added how I learned English. 5 years ago, I used to hesitate, but now I do have the confidence to speak in English in front of anybody. And believe me, the steps which I'm going to share are going to help you a lot. So before you watch this video, you continue video, please make sure you are a dedicated student of English. You are a dedicated learner of English speaking. So let's begin. So I always start with something basic. In this also I'm going to start with something small. Always start with something small. Now when I say small, I mean that we must go with the basics of anything. If you want to have command over maths, you must know basics of maths. Similarly with English. Why I'm talking about basics and small? It happens we are able to make sentence and there is a word that we don't know in English. Then we ask, what do we call this word? We break it. It breaks our conversation, the flow of the conversation. That shouldn't happen. So always start with small. How to start with small? By taking some common books, by knowing some common words and phrases. Okay. So this is how you can start with small. Now let's go to the next point, and that is listen to English a lot. So this point is absolutely connected to my last point. I said start with small. So listening is one of the basic things that everybody should do every day. You listen to Hindi a lot, that's why you're able to speak in Hindi. Whatever native language you speak, you're able to speak it because you have command over that. You listen to it a lot. Same with English. If you listen to English a lot, you're going to have great command. When I say listen to English a lot, I don't mean by watching videos and songs only, but talking to those people who have English fluency. Those people can help you speaking, and also they will speak. You will listen to them. So the improvement that you will see will be faster than learning grammar and other things. So always listen to English a lot. If I talk about my next point, that is also connected to the last 2 points, it's about usage of your smartphone. It's one of the best ways, I think. In using a smartphone, you can actually get better at your English. Use dictionary, use Google to get information about the sentences and words that you hear. When you hear a word, when you listen to a word, do you start using it without confirming? If you do it, believe me, you are a dunce. Dunce means you are a slow learner. The learning is going slow. You must, after you listen to a word, verify that the way you are using is it correct. Because the way you speak in English, it gives a message to a listener about the level of English you are having. So that's very important that whatever you are speaking, whatever vocabulary or whatever grammar term you're using in a sentence while speaking, that must be correct. So use your smartphone. Keeping a smartphone in the pocket doesn't mean you are so smart and you are so intelligent. But using that common Android phone smartly shows your smartness. to use your smartphone. Instead of using Facebook for other reasons, go and find out some pages where you can learn about grammar. You can also follow our page on Facebook, Creative Grammar Classes. We have the page. Please search it and follow it. We'll be coming up with some new ideas to enhance your English. So this is how we can do it. Let's go for the next point that is really important. That is to create an environment where you have no choice except speaking the language you want to have command on. If your target is English, make sure you have the environment. Environment matters a lot. You're able to speak whatever language you know because of the environment. Environment is responsible really much. So what you're going to do is here that going to create an environment. Now, how to create it? For creating this environment, you must have some friends group who too want to have their English command. If you are unable to find it, also leave that group because you have a target to know a language, have a command over language. Find out such people around you who do have the same thing like you. Search a place or every day fix 10 minutes to practice your English. This is how you can create an environment. In the starting only I mentioned dedication is very important. It's one of the most essential points to start any work. If dedication is missing, you will give up. You will give up saying that I can't create an English environment. So you must create English environment, and that can be possible if you are a dedicated speaker of English. Let's go to the next point. Yes, I really emphasize on this point. I do motivate my students to be informative. And when I say be informative, I mean by reading, especially reading newspaper. Dear friends, reading is one of the most, creative and really useful way to enhance your English as well as the information that you're having in your brain. There are people, I have found people, they know English, but they don't know how to speak the knowledge they have. And this happens because they have doubt on the knowledge that they have. So what to do in this case? Read as much as you can. Read the topic. Like I'll give you a very common example. These days, CAB and NRC, very common issues in our, in our country. So what to do? People don't know what NRC is, what CAB is, and they have been protesting, and even they are supporting it. My point is that, did you really go through with the bill? Did you really go through with the act? No, you did not. You just saw some people following on Facebook and you just started being part of that. So always read. I believe reading is way better than watching videos, because in video people may edit. Reading something original helps you a lot. So please read. Be informative. Now you can also download a newspaper in your phone. It is really much related to the third point I mentioned, using a smartphone. Download newspaper. I will not say read the full newspaper, but at least make a target every day. Set a timer that in 10 minutes I must complete this full article. In 20 minutes I must complete these two articles with knowing some new words. Have a notepad where you can mention the new words. Okay. Always don't go for the dictionary. Sometimes try to guess the meaning by reading the full sentence twice or thrice. So this is how you can be informative. Use the information that you have. Okay. The last point is really important. It's one of my favorite points. I do it every day. And why I do it? Because sometimes I feel guilty when I do it. Sometimes I laugh when I do it. Sometimes I even cry when I do it. And that is recap your whole day. In a day, you perform a lot of activities. Now, when I say recap your whole day, I mean by recap in English. This is one of the best ways to enhance your past tense. If you want, you can sleep on the bed, you can lie on your bed, and you can start thinking in the morning when I woke up what I did, what was the interesting part of the day, what was the part which you really want, you repent on that why did it happen. So this is these are the ways that you can really use to stop translating. In the starting I mentioned dedication is very important. Unless the dedication is there, it's very tough to be a good speaker of English. Believe me, the dedication of somebody proves the crave of getting that. So recap your whole day. whatever activities you perform, recap. And guess what? There are many activities we know in our native language, but when it is about English, we don't know it. Why? Because we don't use those words. So if you, while recapping your day, any activity comes and and in your mind a question arises that what what can be the appropriate word for this in English? Do use Google. Do use dictionary. That will help you a lot. See, all the things are very fine, very nice until you put your effort. Once you start putting the effort, you start knowing that you are decreasing. So efforts are required. Now let's recap whatever we have discussed till now. As I mentioned, the first point is always start with small. Second, listen to English a lot, as much as you can. Use your phone smartly. Okay? Create the environment to speak English and be informative along with recapping your whole day. Do not forget to follow the last one and the first one, which is very, very important. Believe me, it is going to help you a lot. You're going to say thanks at the end. So, once again, I would like to say if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you think this video is helpful, please share it with your friends who are struggling in translating Hindi to English. Believe me, you can't translate every single sentence from Hindi to English. I would like to give you a Hindi sentence. मुझे चक्कर आ रहे हैं. How can you translate it? If you think you have the answer, do comment. I'll be really happy at how you translate it. So after knowing this much, I think you spent your valuable time. So I must say thank you so much, everybody, for watching our video. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do share it with your friends. Have a nice day.